On the day of her son's wedding, the groom's mother made a shocking mistake. She gambled away all the cash gifts they had received. Amidst the chaos of celebration, a rich and arrogant second-generation heir was present. Flaunting his wealth shamelessly, he set his eyes on the groom, Xiao Huo, trying to provoke him into a high-stakes gambling match. Calm and composed, Xiao Huo initially resisted the provocation. But things quickly spiraled when the rich kid crossed a line. He mocked Xiao Huo's mother, insinuating she might take her own life to be with her deceased husband. This insult struck a deep nerve. Xiao Huo and his wife exchanged a glance, silently agreeing that the man had gone too far. They decided to teach this overconfident braggart a lesson, unaware that he had just picked a fight with the wrong person. What the rich kid didn't know was that Xiao Huo wasn't just some average groom. He was the disciple of a legendary gambling master, one whose skills were unparalleled. Over the years, Xiao Huo had trained hard and even surpassed his teacher. Yet he had always remembered his master's warning: never use these skills for selfish gain. They were meant to uphold justice and help the needy. But this time, Xiao Huo knew he had to make an exception. The rich kid started the game boldly, slamming 10,000 yuan onto the table. Onlookers gasped. It was a daring start. Xiao Huo calmly matched the bet and even raised it by another 10,000. Sensing easy prey, the rich kid escalated again, this time with 100,000 yuan. He mistook Xiao Huo's calm and subtle expressions for nervousness. In truth, Xiao Huo was just baiting him in. Feigning regret, Xiao Huo sighed and acted like he was in over his head. The rich kid doubled down with psychological tactics, mocking Xiao Huo's bravery and trying to goad him into playing further. The trick worked. Xiao Huo's wife stood up and pulled a gold bar from her bag, saying it was part of her wedding dowry and worth 200,000 yuan. She placed it on the table. The rich kid didn't flinch. With a smug smile, he pulled out a folder and tossed 300,000 yuan in cash onto the table. "Here's 300,000, he said. "Let's see what else you've got." Xiao Huo responded by pretending to scold his wife for being reckless, and she acted full of regret as if they'd just thrown their future away. The rich kid, watching this, laughed inwardly. These two fools were falling into his trap, or so he thought. Even though Xiao Huo won that hand with a slightly better card, the rich kid wasn't worried. He was convinced Xiao Huo couldn't possibly build a royal flush, especially after seeing his panicked face. He believed he had already seen through Xiao Huo's entire hand. Doubling down, he went all in. He slammed his 300,000 yuan forward again, then tossed in his gold ring for good measure. Xiao Huo again acted as though he was on the verge of giving up, saying he couldn't match such a high bet. Seizing the opportunity, the rich kid made a vicious offer. If Xiao Huo couldn't continue, he could put his family's old house as collateral. Horrified, Xiao Huo's mother tried to stop the madness. Losing that house would mean the entire family would be homeless. But just as it seemed Xiao Huo might fold, his wife once again stepped up. She placed their 200,000 yuan bride price and her brand new car on the table. Determined not to back down, Xiao Huo upped the ante once more. He declared that he would put up their newly purchased marital home, worth 800,000 yuan. The crowd around them was stunned. What started as a game was now a life-altering gamble. Not to be outdone, the rich kid matched the insanity. He threw in his 200,000 yuan Rolex watch and pulled out another 800,000 yuan in cash from a suitcase. He believed Xiao Huo had now bet his entire fortune and had nothing left. There was no way he could win. Either he produced a hand of equal value, or he'd have to back down and be shamed forever. Meanwhile, Xiao Huo's mother, crushed by regret, realized that her impulsive gambling earlier had put them in this position. She tried to plead with the rich kid, hoping he'd show mercy, but the rich kid, drunk on arrogance, poured her drink on the ground and refused. "Rules are rules," he sneered. "You bet, you lose. That's how it works." Xiao Huo stopped his mother from begging any further. He told her that if he dared to play, he dared to win. He asked her to trust him just this once. Seeing his confidence, his mother handed him the deed to the family's old house. With that final piece in hand, Xiao Huo turned back to the rich kid. "Mom, don't say you're dumb. Enough talk." At this point, what's left but to flip the cards? The rich kid, arrogant to the end, responded, "Fine. If you want to die, I'll help you. Let's open the cards." This story builds toward an epic climax where skill, wisdom, and restraint meet arrogance, greed, and cruelty. It's not just about winning a gamble. It's about standing up for dignity, protecting one's family, and teaching a powerful lesson to those who believe money can buy everything. The table is set, the cards are down, and justice is just one reveal away.